Okay guys, good evening. Let's go and explain again once more what is happening with the game and what is happening exactly with the game and the resolutions, the inbuilt resolutions of the game and the resolutions of the monitor. Right now I have opened the game in window mode. As you can see, the resolution of the game is 1024 by 768 window mode. So my monitor's resolution is 16 by 9 aspect ratio, and my monitor's resolution is fixed right now at recommended, which is the native resolution of my monitor, 1920 by 1080. Okay, 1920 by 1080. So let's see what is happening here. All we have to do is hitting print screen, opening a program for photographs or something, and I hit Ctrl V, and now I'm going to crop this image the best I can do, best way I can do, to crop the image, the active window of the image. Let's go about, should be about, if I can make it there, should be about there, and let's hit crop selection. Okay, we managed almost a couple of pixels off 1024 by 768. I have a 1026 by 772. So let's keep this image. This image is 1024 by 768. I need to crop a couple of pixels, so in this case I'm going to resize the sample, and I'm going to put 1024 by 768, which is the same thing, 768. Okay, perfect. Okay, we're going to save this image, file, save as. We can save it as 768 window mode. Okay, save window mode. But the game has other options. You can play with other resolutions, or in a different format. You can play a full screen mode. So this picture here, which is our source, 1024 by 768, if I hit the full screen button, let's go to take the full screen button, go to full screen, apply changes, keep changes. What does it do right now? What does it do? You can see the black bars on the left and on the right side of my image. Of course there are black bars because the 1024 by 768, if we go to our calculations again, 1024 divided 768 is 133. It's 133 and not 177 aspect ratio. It's 4 by 3. It's 4 by 3. What does it mean, 4 by 3? If we take 768 multiplying 4 dividing by 3 equals 1024. So it's 4 by 3. It's a square image and not a rectangular image. Okay, so what does it do right now, our monitor? It takes the source, which our source was this image here, and if I play this one in a full screen mode, as you can see, you can see the margins right here, because I have 1920 by 1080 and this image is 1024. What does it do right now? It takes this image here, 1024 by 768, and tries to put it in all the modules, just enables it in all the modules in our horizontal axis. So let's see what has happened now. What has happened now? The 1024 by 768, what has become? I'm going to take another screenshot. Print screen. Let's take another screenshot. Control V. My picture is 1920 by 1080 with the margins, with the black margins. If I hit enter, as you can see, it's the same picture we had in the full screen, but I'm going to crop this image to see the actual resolution. The actual resolution should be something like I'm going to tell you what it will be. It will be 1440 by 1080. 1080 is the vertical scale. So the vertical scale is so filled up, the vertical scale. So it upscales our image in order to fill up the whole space. I'm going to crop this image, crop selection, almost there. 1440 by 1080. I'm going to hit 1080. 1440 by 1080. Probably I missed a pixel, something like that. Missed a pixel. Image, resize 1440 by 1080, which is the vertical axis of ours. So we have this in full screen mode. We have this. If I hit enter, we have this. So it upscaled our image in order to fill the whole vertical axis. We can save this one, file, save as, and we can name it 768 full screen mode. Full screen mode. Full screen. FS. Okay. Save. Okay, here we have the two different things. Here is the image we see upscaled with our source when we are playing full screen, and here is the image we have when we are playing window mode on our monitor with 1080 1920 by 1080 resolution. Okay, here I have done the same thing. I have done the same thing on various images. This is an image 1080. This is an image 1080. This is the image you receive in 1080 full screen mode. This is the image. As you can see, there are no black borders because it's 1920 by 1080. Actually, there is not, but it's not the case right now. It's 16 by 9, and this is the image we receive in full screen mode at 1080. Okay. As you can see here, 1920 by 1080 is the resolution. Here I have the same thing I did before. It's the resolution of the image is 1920 by 1080 because you can see the black borders right here, like the black borders. If we crop the inner window, we can finish with the 1440 by 1080, where we receive this one. Okay, let's move ahead. This one is a 7. There you go, the same thing. I have done it twice. 720 1440 by 1080. This is the actual game, 1440 by 1080, when you play 1024 by 768 on full screen mode. And then you have, when I change my resolution to 800 by 600, I receive this. This is the 800 by 600 resolution, which is not built in the game. The minimum resolution of the game is 1024 by 768, but I change the resolution of my monitor and I receive this 800 by 600. But I'm not playing like this because there is no 800 by 600 resolution inbuilt in the game. I'm playing like this. I'm playing like full screen. Okay, so what it does, the monitor takes the source 1024 by 768, but because we have already put our monitor at 806 by 600 and we say we want to play in full screen mode, it downscales the image and put the image in to fill the whole vertical axis. Okay, let's see what we have done with these things. Let's go right here and open up Photoshop, and we are going to open Sam. Are you with me? Okay, hope you're with me. Here is 1080, 768 full screen, 768 cropped, 600 full screen, 600 native. Open. Okay. Right now I'm going to measure the dim line, and the first image is the 1080 resolution. So I'm going to hit a magnifying. Doesn't change the magnifying anything, Sam. I do 500 only to measure the dim line. So I will put 500 to every image. Okay, let's go. This is the 768 in full screen with the black borders. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 500%. Let's go here. This is the thin line. Let's go to the other. This is the cropped image. It's the same, but we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here it is. This is the 600 full screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5%, 500%. This is the thin line here, and here is, we don't need this one because it's 800 by 600 actually in window mode, so we don't need it. We don't need to count this one. We only care about the full screen because the 800 by 600 is not inbuilt in the game. You can achieve this thing only by manipulating your monitor. I'm going to show you how. Okay, let's close this one, we don't need it. And let's start with the 1080. Let's go with a ruler. Should be about there. As you can see right here, the dim line in 1080 is 2 pixels wide. 2 pixels wide. Okay, 2 pixels wide. Let's go to 768 in full screen mode. In full screen mode, and let's see what we have here. Here we have almost a 4. It's probably a 3.7, 3.8 because somehow it's the shadow. So I need to just adjust just a little bit the meter. I can't. It's a micro thing. I can't do it. However, you can see right here the distance, the difference. Here we have 2 pixels wide dim line. Here we have 4 pixels wide. And let's go to 800 by 600. Let's count the dim line. And here we have 5 pixels in this image. And the reason we have 5 pixels in this image is not like some says that we manipulate the dim line. No, we don't manipulate anything. The only reason we have 5 pixels on this version is because we play the game in a different resolution. I'm going to show you something, guys. I'm going to show you something right now. If we take this picture here, which is a 768 1440 by 1080, which is the picture we have when we play at 1080 resolution, and the game is at 1024 by 768, we receive this image here with black borders on the left and on the right. Okay, but if by any chance we stretch the image, and we don't change the resolution, we only stretch the image, what should we do here? We only need to change the horizontal axis, not the vertical. We need to stretch the image in order to get the black bars out of the way. What should we do? We go here, image size, and I'm going to change without preserving the aspect ratio. You will see that the image will change the aspect ratio. The ball won't be this shape anymore. You are going to see it. I'm going to put 1920 by 1080 this image. Let's stretch this image. Can you see the difference on this image? Can you see the difference on this image? If I hit enter, we stretch the image. And now if I'm going with the stretch thing to count the dim line would be larger, would be wider, the dim line, because we stretch the image. If we go out and hit undo, this is the dim line right now. If I stretch the image, resize 1920 by 1080. If I stretch only on the horizontal axis of the image, we receive this. And if I'm going to count, this dim line should be at least 50% wider than this line here. Edit, undo. This line here. So that makes absolutely sense. And if we go back and let's see what is happening here, you can see that the dim line at 1080 in full screen mode, I repeat, in full screen mode, okay, is 2 pixels wide. if we are going to play in full screen mode 1024 by 768, we receive a bigger line, a wider line at about 4 pixels, maybe 3.7 or something pixels. At 1024 by 768 full screen on a 1080 monitor. But if we change the monitor resolution to 800 by 600, we receive this thin line, which is 5 pixels wide. Okay, and now I'm going to show you how it works. I hope it will be for the last time, Sam, because if you don't understand these things, I can't explain anymore. I can't explain it anymore. Okay, I have the full screen here. I have the full screen of the game, 1024 by 768. I'm going back and I'm going to close the game. Excellent. Okay. The thing I have to do here is to go, in order to have this dim line and play like this, with 5 pixels dim line, I need to go to my resolution, to my monitor resolution. And instead of all these resolutions, I'm going to pick this one, 800 by 600. As you can see right now, everything is bigger. My screen has shrinked in 4 by 3 aspect ratio. I can move the cursor to my left or to my right, and I have 2 big black bars which you can't see right now because I need to take it with an external camera to see the black bars right now. But as you can see, my format is 4 by 3. Let me clear my RAM just a little bit. Okay, it's 4 by 3 right now, my image. Now we can open the game. Play full screen mode. So I'm going to full screen mode. Going to full screen mode. Okay, we have done it. Game modes. Let's go single player. Let's go stroke. Let's go St. Andrews from 9 T off. Playing this way, I receive this dim line. Which is 5 pixels. Okay, now look close this thin line. And now I'm going to do another thing to show you the difference. End round, end game, end game, exit game. Okay, I exit the game. I'm going back to my screen and put it back to 1080. Perfect. Open up again the game. Open up the game, and now we have 1024 by 768 full screen. Yeah, of course, it changed by its own, it changed the resolution of this game. By its own. It gave me the 1080 resolution. This game is a mess with the resolution, etc. It's a mess. This one is not 1024 by 768 full screen. Now I'm going to prove you. 1024 by 768 full screen. Instead, it's 1920 by 1080. I'm going to hit Window, apply changes, keep changes, and then I'm going to reheat full screen, apply changes, and now I have it. Keep changes. Okay. Now I am Look what happened. Look what happened. Overlaid overlay the avatar picture. I need to go out, exit, and I need to reopen it. And you can see after reopening it that everything will be perfect. Look. This thing has been done only because I've changed once my monitor's resolution. As you can see, it's perfect right now. Now we're playing 1080 resolution with 1024 full screen mode. Okay, we have black bars left and right. I can move my cursor over here. I don't have the limitation of 800 by 600 because it's a 16 by 9. And let's go. Single player, stroke player, front, tee off. And now, if you want to play like this, you receive this dim line, which you can go back into the video and compare if you are not convinced counting with Photoshop. And you receive this dim line. If we go back again and round and game, and we are going to change our resolution of the game again, let's put it at 1080 full screen, apply changes, keep changes, go back. Look what happened. The notifications, they have gone further to the right. Exit. Open it up again. My God. Open it up again. Let's see if everything is fixed now. Everything is fixed now, of course. Game modes, single player, stroke, St. Andrews, front, tee off. No. And this is the dim line you get at 1080, which is not 1080, because 1080 would be 1920 by 1080, it would be perfect like this. But if you hit the arrow, now you can see revealing the rest of the image. So we don't have a 16 by 9 image, we have only a 4 by 3 image, because if it was 16 by 9, you couldn't see anything else. Every information, every data should be included in the picture. Instead, here we go back. We have lost all the clouds right here, so in order to see the rest of it, we need to go up. And if you see, the whole image is not anymore 16 by 9, it's 4 by 3. And here is the dim line for 1080, which is 2 pixels wide. So I'm not going to re-explain this thing ever again. If you can't understand these basic things, I don't know what to tell you anymore. Just go study how the upscaling is being done on the monitors, and what are the differences in the stretching the image when you are taking the source, the low source, and you put it in full screen mode, etc., etc. So try to understand. Look what happened right here. Look what happened right here. Just because I changed to window mode. Let's go again to full screen mode. either way I play always full screen mode 800 600 by 600. So we can close the game here. Here we can close the game. You see the overlay? We need to close the game in order to restore the image again. Again, open up the game to see that everything is okay. Play. And now the avatar would be at his position and all the notification windows would be perfect in order here, right here. Okay, I'm not going to re-explain why this thing happens. I'm going to show you again. The 1080 dim line is 2 pixels wide. The 768 is about 4 when you're playing on a 1080 monitor, 1920 by 1080 with the black bars left and right. And when you do this thing with lowering the resolution and playing at 1024 768 full screen mode, you receive a 5 pixels wide dim line. So that's all, folks. Do me a favor, try to understand what I have described right now. Try to understand how the things with the pixels and the upscaling and the borders and everything is working. If you can't understand it, I can't do anything more. Okay, bye, see you all guys.